the first trailer for the brand new sequel to Beetlejuice called Beetlejuice Beetlejuice has just dropped. Will it live up to the hype? Let's find out. Great use of Deo, of the music there. There's Lydia, Lydia's daughter. Great casting. Excellent casting. I really like this choir doing the theme. She finds the old model. And here he comes.
The juice is loose.
All right, so we just get a little taste. Just a teaser. Comes out in September. Okay, so I have to say I'm very excited. I'm a huge fan of the original, and I'm a huge fan of Tim Burton of this era. Haven't really enjoyed some of the later movies that he's done. But Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice, Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Batman Returns, and Ed Wood. That was an absolutely incredible run that very few directors have really put their stamp on the movie industry and had such a unique vision as what Tim Burton had during this time. He's still done some good movies here and there since then, but hasn't really recaptured that kind of magic. And maybe this can. You've got Michael Keaton. They talked for years about trying to get this back together. And I, to be honest, wondered if it would ever happen. But here they've done it. And the great thing is with the makeup, Michael Keaton can be any age. He doesn't have to look the same as he did in the mid 80s without the makeup, but with the makeup on, he's Beetlejuice, and he can obviously still do the voice. So, man, it looks great. I'm really, really excited for this one. This definitely, as soon as they announced that it was coming out, I got excited. But I was cautiously optimistic about this what we would see once the trailer finally hit. And it's only a teaser. We don't see a whole lot. But man, it looks good. And of course, they're going to hype it. There's been some comments from Michael Keaton that he's seen the movie and thinks it's really great. They are swearing that they went back to practical effects. That's one of the big problems in my mind with Tim Burton, with his later movies like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Alice in Wonderland, where it's so CGI, whereas these great movies that he did back in the 80s and the 90s, early 90s, were all practical effects. If they truly have returned to practical effects and really kept the CGI to a minimum, I think that's going to be the thing to make or break the movie. If they put in a bunch of CGI, it's just not going to feel the same. So John Squires said, everything about that first Beetlejuice trailer feels right to me. I feel the magic. I feel that classic Tim Burton spirit. Keaton and Rider look great. Jenna Ortega fits perfectly into the world. Yes, she's perfectly cast. Very excited about the practical approach. This might be very special. Dark Cloud, appropriate name, it appears, says it simply won't be the same though. Keaton is too old to play Beetlejuice at this point. You need to have a ton of charisma and energy to play Beetlejuice, and he is too old to have either at this old age. I don't agree at all. John responds, I don't believe that to be true. We'll find out later this year, but I think he's still got it. I agree. He did a good job playing Batman in The Flash. No matter what you feel about The Flash, that was pretty thrilling, him playing Batman. This movie was everything in my younger years. I remember having friends over and us getting in trouble for drawing a door on my bedroom wall, thinking it would open up so we could go venturing into some unknown ghostly demon world. I really hope so. I read an article with Keaton saying that he only signed on if they could do most, if not all, practical effects. That's what they keep swearing, and I hope that they stuck to that. Keaton is living his best life. Homie is getting to relive his glory days and some of his best roles. I really hope a Mr. Mom 2 is possible because I just adore this man. He deserves the love. You also have Danny DeVito saying that he would come back as the Penguin if they would do another Batman movie and Tim Burton would direct it. That would be amazing. But I figure Keaton as Batman is done since The Flash didn't do very well. It kind of makes me sad. But written by the creators of Smallville, one of the best ever shows on television. I didn't know that. Lots of member berries going on with it, but I'm still down. Almost lost my shit when he said the juice is loose. Flying Alien Queen says, haha, I just posted that it feels right too. The impression I get is a lot of the original team returning to create something wonderful for the audience because they know it's as special to us as it is to them. I had a lot of doubts about them doing a new Beetlejuice, but I really enjoyed that teaser. Really looking forward to it now. Not to pile on a trailer that's been piled on a lot, but this looks so much better than The Crow. I know it's kind of apples and oranges, but and that is a remake rather than a sequel, but I think this is how you make everybody happy, new and old fans alike. Dude, for sure, it just feels right. I'm there at the earliest possible showing, and I'm buying every piece of merch. It just feels like a cash grab, like the Hocus Pocus sequels, just to keep the IP current, to keep the trademark circulating. I hope we don't get the Unlucky Clover. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think they're trying to keep, this will probably be a second movie and that's it. I don't see this being something where they're going to try to make a new trilogy of movies of this. Beetlejuice was a pretty small movie. It wasn't like it was something that made hundreds of millions of dollars. Me, after seeing the trailer, perfect. As soon as I heard stop motion would be in it, I knew we're so back. You have stop motion in that. That is going to be awesome. Wow, this is totally separate. But first look at John Waters as Good Guys creator Wendell Wilkins in Chucky Season 3. That's awesome. Here's some more information from JoeBlow.com. The official synopsis: Beetlejuice is back. After an unexpected family tragedy, 3 generations of the Dietz family return home to Winter River. Still haunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life is turned upside down when her rebellious teenage daughter, Astrid, discovers the mysterious model of the town in the attic, and the portal to the afterlife is accidentally opened. With trouble brewing in both realms, it's only a matter of time until someone says Beetlejuice's name 3 times, and the mysterious demon returns to unleash his very own brand of mayhem. Bat Steve says, lacking a little bit of oomph. Granted, there's not much to judge, but that felt like a fan-made trailer. I mean, we don't see a whole lot here. I'm very much looking forward to this, but this teaser really didn't do much for me other than the spectacular fall locations. The energy was very low. Strange, especially from Keaton here. Well, we'll see. I can't imagine that the energy is going to be low overall. I really want this to be great, but something just occurred to me. A lot of Beetlejuice's comedies stemmed from him trying to convince the innocent Maitlands that he was a nice guy and just wanted to help. He doesn't have to do that now, so will the character be as funny? It could work if he goes down the I've changed route, but I guess we'll see soon enough. And it's been a while since I've seen the original Beetlejuice, but he's not in the movie a whole lot. I don't think so compared to the other characters, but I don't remember that clearly. I think this looks great. I am really psyched. Again, I have not loved a lot of the stuff that Tim Burton has done in recent years, so I'm very cautiously optimistic about this. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high, but I'm pretty excited. This is definitely one of the tops on my list for 2024. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments and give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.